Action. Chargers have won 4 of their last 5. They'll be in Kansas City to face the Chiefs. Some of you will see Houston at Cleveland, New England at Buffalo, or the Jets at Indy. And we will be back to update the top 10 in college football right after this message from your local station.
Sunday.
We've lost number 2 engine.
A tragic crash. A pilot accused.
This investigation is over.
Oh, no, it's not.
A wife must clear his name and expose the truth.
He did not cause that plane to crash.
Now she must solve the mystery.
I need your help.
Before someone stops her.
Oh, my God.
Cheryl Ladd in Crash, The Mystery of Flight 1501, NBC, Sunday.
Right now, during our grand opening, the Showboat's giving away 40 brand new Saturns. That's 40 cars in 40 nights. The Saturn is a completely new breed of automobile from General Motors, and now you can have one free from the Showboat. Someone will win one of these beauties every Sunday through Thursday. 40 cars in 40 nights. So what are you waiting for? Win a brand new Saturn from the bright new Showboat.
We've got a bright new Showboat.
When you visit Arizona Charlie's, you can expect the warmest hospitality, the friendliest service, and the best values in Las Vegas. There's around-the-clock fun for everyone, from sports action you can bet on to cashing your paycheck and instantly winning up to $5,000. When it comes to entertainment, Arizona Charlie's Palace Grand Lounge features the hottest acts in town. Arizona Charlie's, a great place to stay, a great place to play. 740 South Decatur.
Shark fans, you could be on your way to the Super Bowl. Just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Shark Fins and you'll receive a free registration form. This trip is sponsored by the Shark Fins that you see all over town, on car aerials, on bicycles, on the top of cars, almost everywhere. Shark Fins even have one side for you to customize. Support our national champions. Order a Shark Fin today for only $9.95 or 3 for only $19.95. We guarantee delivery in 72 hours, so call 877-FINS. That's 877-FINS. Call now.
Turn to 3 for Jeopardy! Weeknights at 6:30.
Quick update for you on some of today's college football scores. Top-ranked Notre Dame ahead of Penn State now in the second quarter, 21-7. Second-ranked Colorado Buffaloes rolling over Kansas State, 50-3. Colorado and Notre Dame, of course, in the Orange Bowl, January 1st on NBC for the second year in a row. Georgia Tech rolling over Wake Forest, 42-7. Their first ACC title and a Citrus Bowl invitation. Florida over Kentucky, 47-15. Florida, of course, ineligible for postseason play. Texas easily beating TCU 38-10. Peter Gardere with 4 touchdown passes. And the big story today, the big upset, Maryland over 8th-ranked Virginia 35-3. In that game, Virginia's Sean Moore dislocated his right thumb. He will have surgery. He will miss the last game of the season, but should be back for the postseason. So you're updated on the top 10 in college football. Right now, let's go back to Las Vegas, rejoin Don Crickey and Al McGuire.
Thank you, Gail. Tough development for the Virginia Cavaliers there with Sean Moore going out with a thumb injury. But a great day today for Larry Johnson of the Running Rebels of UNLV. He might be on the way to a career game. 29 points and 17 rebounds in a half a play against the Soviet national team.
And he hasn't really built up a sweat, Don. He's just so big and so strong and so quick off the boards. He has complete control when he gets the ball. He kind of puts his mitts all around it. And then he has movements of a number 3 guy, a slight forward. Then he moves down, becomes number 5 guy, as you see on your screen right now.
Well, as the players on UNLV said, talk about their great defense. If you don't play defense, you don't play for the Tark. And consequently, they have really shut down the whole Soviet offensive flow. These guys haven't been able to get anything going with any continuity.
Well, the Soviet team always tries to hit from three-point land. Running Rebs are picking them up early at half court, getting right inside their pants, belly button to belly button, and it's breaking their sync. They're not in sync.
Look at the offensive rebound total. UNLV, and they've been putting it back up and good. Total domination on the boards.
Someday you're going to see in basketball an offensive rebound will not be allowed to be put up. You're going to have to pass it. Once you take possession off the glass, come down with it, you're going to have to pass it out. Now, if you leave it up there, fine. But once you bring it down to your 2 feet touch, then you're going to have to pass it. That will stop all these mambo fakes and these automatic giveaways.
Al, Jerry Tarkanian has the best winning percentage of any coach in college basketball right now. So he's obviously a very strong bench coach, and I guess with the combination of recruiting, he's been awful tough to beat for 18 years.
Plus, his life is tunnel vision. All of this is basketball and his ball players. He has no other interest. He won't hire anybody in the staff that has golf clubs.
That's right.
He won't hire anybody on the staff that has a camper.
Yeah, he's expanded that now. No campers either. If you play golf, you don't work for the Shark. Golf basketball. Greg Anthony, the point guard and team leader with the ball now, suffered a broken jaw last February against Fresno State. He was practicing with his jaw wired 1 day later. That's tough.
Oh, I had my jaw broke twice. He broke it middle February. They wire it, you get weak, but he kind of set an example for them last year, and they ended up getting it all down there in Denver, the Mile High City.
How'd you break yours? Pat get you with a rolling pin, or?
I'd rather not say. I talked when I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice head fake that time.
Marisnoy, he's not been able to hit the three. For the most part, has not been able to get the three. These Soviets are capable of going on a run, though, if you let up even a little bit.
Well, they have to go on a real run here because they're down 19 points. They have to score the 3-point line.
Vetra gets inside. Here is Baryshnoy putting people up. Those guys weren't fouled. I'm Mickey Mouse.
How you doing, Mickey?
Here come the Soviets again. Soviets have not been getting a lot of whistles on this tour. They're up by 14 in Indiana with 6 minutes to go. That was the last foul they saw. Except the ones called on them. They were very upset about that. The Hoosiers really kicked in and put a run on.
Nice fake that time by was it Bazarafic, I think it was.
Yeah.
Watch his fake. He really puts this man in left field. Watch you put Larry in left field. See? Back on his heels. Good move.
That was interesting what you said. They thought that Indiana was the best team they faced. I know that a lot of people were impressed with the Hoosier freshman for Bobby Knight, Damon Bailey.
I feel sorry for Damon Bailey. He's so good and such a great young man. Okay. He's such a great young man. He wants to be the greatest basketball player that ever lived. What I feel from there's so much pressure on him as a freshman. But he took his high school team to the state championship last year. He's recruited when he was in 8th grade.
Yeah, when he was in 8th grade, Knight said he's better than any guard we have now at Indiana. Here is Johnson hitting his third three of the game. And Larry Johnson extends his great day to a 32-point performance early in the second half.
Game's getting a little physical. The refs better stop and speak to both teams.
I tell you, it actually has been physical since the outset, but it's turned up a notch now. Sukarev trying to get a shot off. Gets it over to Vetra, and Gundaris Vetra strokes a 2-point shot. 18-point lead for the Runnin' Rebs as they hurry it up the court.
See how slow they come back? Whoa! Oh, give all the credit to Greg Anthony there. Stacey Ogman just showed athletic ability.
Here come the Rebs again as Jeter gets it to Johnson. Back to
Kick it over to
Jeter.
Hunt. Kick it over to Hunt. He's free in the corner. No.
Take it, Larry. Take it, Larry.
Looked good, but it caroms off the back of the rim, and Soviets come down, trailing 65 to 45. They were down by 19 at the half. Now Baryshnoy, Victor Baryshnoy, who has been averaging almost 22 a game on this tour, gets a shot. Here comes Azarevich with a steal. Lead pass, and here's the three-pointer. No good by Baryshnoy. Rebound to Jeter.
And they're having a problem getting back down court.
Anderson Hunt.
Over the back of the board, that means Soviet Union's ball.
Hit the
Watch
shot
this
clock.
alley-oop. Excuse me, Don. The key here is Greg Anthony's pass. See the pass? Now watch the athletic ability of Stacey Ogman.
Yeah.
You tell me he's not a lottery pick. You don't know what you're talking about.
Ogman 6'8" from Pasadena, California. Down low, Vetra can't get a shot. They're not calling anything now. Here's Anderson Hunt, 6'1".
Turning into a blacktop game. That means a playground game. Up and down, in-your-face basketball. I'm going to tell you something. USSR, you can't play this style against any team in the United States. They'll bury you. There's the slam dunk by Hunt, MVP of the tournament last year.
Did a lot of hacking on the arms, and finally one gets called, which will send Victor Bereshnoy to the free throw line.
That Hunt guy you just watched there, the camera on him, he's from Motown. Plays excellent D, can light it up on the offense.
As we mentioned earlier, Anderson Hunt had 36 against the Soviets here last year in a UNLV win. He had a great tournament for the Running Rebs, the NCAA tournament. He was just sensational, both ends of the floor.
Don, he had 20 against Georgia Tech, and then he came back 2 nights later and had 29 against Duke.
And his defense was better than his offense. We talked about Tarkanian saying, I love my guards. He said the only thing that could make me love them more is if they grew. I'd like them a little taller.
Never satisfied. It seems that life is always a little bit more. No matter what you got, I like a little bit more. That's his 4th one from three-point land.
He's getting more than a little bit more. He's getting a lot more. Larry Johnson, as a Soviet player, is down.
Well, maybe the coach had those gallstones and he came late to the game.
I don't know what the injury was. We'll take a look at it when we come back.
Chevy's got this truck, S10EL. More mileage than a leading import for less money. I said that's more for less. I told Chevy if you tell everybody about it on television, everybody's going to want to do it. The imports will see it. They'll say, hey, we want to do that too. Chevy will say, nope, can't. More for less. That's ours. Then the government will say, maybe we could give the people more for... Nah, more for less. What a concept. There. I told everybody and I feel much better about it.
Some men would rather live their lives sheltered in the harbor, and some would rather sail into life with the unmistakable scent of Old Spice. Clean, true, and classic. Old Spice, one of the legends of the sea.
Attackers can hide under cars, so check underneath as you approach. Keep a small flashlight on your keyring to help you see, or ask someone to walk you to your car. Learn more in the driver security book, free from Shell.
Thrill of their lifetime, and yours. The NBA on NBC.
This doesn't belong in college basketball. Watch Stacey Augman here give the elbow to Pinchuk as we move this tape on. Right there. That's for no reason. That's a no-no. I can't condone that in anywhere, whether it's CYO or PAL, Police Athletic League. You don't do that. Pinchuk went down for the count. That's the 3rd time this game that a foul's been called against the running reps for throwing elbows. No room for throwing elbows. Someone's going to break their jaw, then you'll be sorry. Then it's too late.
Wetra was pushed, and there's no foul called. But the ball will come back inbounds to the Soviet Union. Watch this. They just try to get back to as they go to live action now. Down low, Bereshnoy comes out to the three-point line. Defended against by Jeter. Victor Bereshnoy pulling up for the jump shot. Makes it a 19-point UNLV lead.
I think no one has told the running rep ball players yet that it's not a communist country anymore. It's a free country. We don't have to be that rough on them.
Tell them it's a free one.
Big.
Greg Anthony strokes the three. 73-51 with 15 minutes to play in the game.
He has the record for the school in steals. Last year he had 106 steals.
Barishnoy defended against by Augman. Long pass down to Anderson Hunt.
Best guard combination in college basketball. Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt.
Boy, they're quick. Look at this steal by Greg Anthony going in against Pinchuk. Leads to Johnson.
Oh, he tried the tomahawk. He tried the rocking chair. He tried the slam bam dunk.
That was the most exciting miss I've ever seen, Al.
He almost brought down the whole building. Here comes the kick, and up goes the man.
It goes about 60 feet the other way.
Watch the Soviet guy step out of the way. Pinchuk, you're pretty smart. You're probably a potential Rhodes Scholar.
Now Bezarevich drives and pulls up. And again, the cold shooting Soviets lose the ball on the rebound to UNLV. Anderson Hunt, best outside shooter on the Vegas team, strokes it.
That's why in both polls, the running reps are rated #1.
Barishnoy forced into an errant shot by the hawking defensive Augman.
Soviets reach for rebounds, don't jump for it.
Johnson.
Watch this. The Soviet ball players are pushing Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson doesn't even know he's being pushed. Watch this.
I think he did that time.
No, watch. He gets the ball down low. And watch the push. He doesn't even know it. He's going to get 100 points today.
And counting for Larry Johnson. You talk about being the #1 pick in the lottery. His stock, which was already high, has gone through the roof today.
The only thing in pros, they neutralize those big bodies. Because in the NBA, they all got strong bodies. One of the guys that I really think is going to shock him in the NBA will be Stacey Augman.
How about his offense?
So, because Stacey Augman is a specialist. He's a lot like Rodman. Rodman's brought to the table big dollars for specialties. And defense is the specialty.
You see the Rebs run there at 11-0 now. Open up a 30-point lead. Augman does not have a good outside shot, unlike Johnson, but he is the best defender probably in the country. And he's shown that against Barishnoy, who has 11 points, but he shot enough to score 40.
Well, Dennis Scott found that out in the second half of the semifinals in the NCAA tournament last year. Don't forget, Georgia Tech was winning by 6 points at halftime.
Against Mark Macon one year, he forced, there's a three-point hit by Anthony. Augman forced Mark Macon of Temple into 4 for 22 shooting, and in the tournament that year, he literally just about shut out Sean Elliott, the Pac-10's all-time leading scorer. Hunt. Bezarevich with the rebound. Every time the Soviets break, there are at least 3 defenders back to shut it off. Rebound off the hands of Barishnoy, and Coach Tarkanian up and clapping. Coach Garastas is starting to feel those kidney stones again.
Boy, when you feel the pain of a kidney stone, you have felt pain.
You've had them, huh?
No, I never had them. That's what people tell me.
Here's Augman. Trying to dunk on Kisurin. Reggie Kisurin is called for the foul. National Football League tomorrow on NBC. Bobby Beathard, part of NFL Live just a year ago, the franchise builder. He did it at Washington, where his teams won 2 Super Bowls under Joe Gibbs. Now doing it at San Diego, and on the pregame show NFL Live at 12:30 Eastern Time, O.J. Simpson will be talking to Bobby Beathard, now the GM of the San Diego Chargers, as that fast-rising team, winner of 4 of its last 5, goes against the Chiefs in a big one tomorrow at Kansas City. Other regional action, check your local listings for the game and time in your area. Here comes Augman, moving on Bezarevich. Followed up by Anthony from off the play. 6'2", Greg Anthony goes up over the top and taps it in.
Turned it into a massacre. 35-point spread. I have to give you some of my interesting things to keep you interested in the game.
Go with them, Coach.
One of my interesting things is you don't punish a family in this country. You punish the individual. And I don't like going back 13 years to punish these young guys at UNLV.
Yeah, they were 8 years old, most of them. Anderson Hunt comes from off the play. He's now scored 14 points. Leading scorer for the Soviets is Gundaras Vetra with 14.
And I am not knocking the NCAA. The NCAA has to do their job. I am knocking, you can't deal with rules, you got to deal with laws. In my opinion, in the state universities, you should have room, board, books, and tuition as part of the state that gives it to you. Then if you take any money and do something wrong, the state or the federal government will come back at you, whether it's 5, 6, 10, or 15 years later, and put you in the slammer for doing something wrong. But you don't punish a family for what an individual did, or you don't punish somebody 13 years later.
Stacey Augman and Larry Johnson get a seat, but as you pointed out earlier, Al, the final resolution of this whole thing seems to have been made by the Supreme Court, who lifted the injunction against the ban of Tarkanian. And now he is hoping that the NCAA will reconsider that if he does not coach this team in the tournament in 91, and perhaps in 92, he's offered different options. They'll let the team go, and the rest of the assistants.
I don't think the NCAA can reconsider. No way. They won, even though overtime, 5-4 vote in the Supreme Court.
The bigger-than-ever four-door Chevy S10 Blazer. Now America's best-loved sport utility vehicle gives you 4 doors and standard 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. The bigger-than-ever, better-than-ever 1991 four-door S10 Blazer. Open one up and see why more people are winning with
Heartbeat of America.
Chevrolet. Now it's easy to win with a heartbeat.
Heard from an old student. Remember Brian McKenna? Smart kid.
Good ball player. Great hands.
Where's he going to college? He's not.
Too bad.
Studying aviation electronics.
But you said...
In the Navy. Then college.
The Navy College Fund in Montgomery, GI Bill. Over $25,000 for your college education.
You and the Navy.
Like I said, smart kid.
Full speed ahead.
When it comes to brake repair, some places give you a guesstimate. Midas gives you an estimate, in writing. A thorough inspection, then a price that's right. At Midas, we do brake work, not guesswork. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
When you're all stuffed up and use an ordinary nasal spray, it drips into your tissue where it can't help you breathe. But not Sinex Ultrafine Mist. Its medicine stays where you need it, so you can breathe the way you want to. We don't drip down, we clear up.
KC, San Diego, thunder and lightning. Ow! Sunday.
Coach Garastas of the Soviet Union, very animated doing this last time out, trying to get his guys going. What I say is get something in the hoop. UNLV went on an 18-0 run.
Yeah, the Soviets haven't scored in 3.5 minutes. Back to the board, should go down.
11:09 to play in the game. Coach Garastas, national team from the Soviet Union, trailing 88-53. See Notre Dame with a 14-point lead on Penn State at the half. Colorado took no prisoners when the Wildcats of Kansas State came to Boulder. That was the concluding game of the regular season for Colorado's Buffaloes. Anderson Hunt.
Oh,
Rainmaker.
Talk about downtown. That reminds me of the shot, the miracle shot he made against Arizona to put him into the Sweet 16 two years ago in the NCAA tournament. Nice fake.
They're calling nothing down low, though, are they?
No, they just
absolutely nothing. You never even see a Soviet player look over in complaint, though. I guess they're used to this. There's a foul call down the other way on a push. They got Kisurin.
Now that's a push. Then he tries to put a little fancy inside cuff and going around the man, which is illegal. This young man has talent. Mr. Gray is down the road. It's going to be outstanding. He won't get that much PT time this year. That means playing time. But every day in practice, he's going against Ogman and Johnson. That will make him mentally and physically tough and keep his head in the right proportion.
Yeah, your toughest games here are in practice. They got some tough ones on the road, though.
Well, the two big games they're going to watch out for would be Michigan State with the great All-American Smith. They play at the Pontiac Dome. And later they got, who I think is #1 in the country if UNLV goes down in the NCAA, or they already have gone down, is Arkansas.
Yeah, they look great.
That game is at Fayetteville. If they get by those two games, they could be #1 all the way through UNLV.
Berezhnoi pulls up and banks it off glass, looking for a foul call. He didn't get one. He has 17 points now. But the running Rebs put the Soviets away, it would seem, a long time ago. Led by 19 at the half, extended it to 30 in the second half. They now lead 93-57.
Watch this. He's a junior college transfer named Joyce. He's overweight. He's about 240. You got to get down around 230. Now watch him move up and give him an illegal pick. That's an illegal pick. Joyce is out of junior college. He came to school this year 250. He's down at 240. Clark wants him at 227.
Clark not pleased with him.
Now the guy hasn't missed too many of those buffet lines. Fay lines.
Elishenko, he's been probably the most effective scorer for the Soviet Union today for the number of shots he's taken. He has 15 points, but has missed virtually nothing. Travis Bice digs another three-pointer, rings the bell.
If Bice can get his feet set underneath him, he can shoot from downtown. If you move up on him, he hurries it. He just can't get it done.
One of the problems the Soviet national team has, as you know, El, is the fact that some of the best players come from Lithuania, one of the 16 Soviet republics. Arvydas Sabonis is now playing in Spain. Maršalionis is with the Golden State Warriors. They refuse to play for the Soviet national team.
Well, they have two other great ball players on the gold medal team in Seoul. Plus, our coach here today with the Soviet team is from Lithuania, and the trainer.
Look at that, the domination of the Lithuanian players on the Soviet team against the USA. The reason they will not play for the Soviet Lithuania is looking to secede from the Soviet Socialist republics.
Early civilization, life along the Nile, Euphrates, and the Tigris. No reason. I want to show you a little bit about history.
Greg Anthony gets the ball over to Berezhnoi. And now Lazarevich comes up with it. Anthony's so quick, he gets a hand. If he doesn't steal it, he intimidates passes.
Running Rebs don't allow you to do what you want to do on offense. He takes you out of your game. Watch how close they're playing. Watch how close Hunt stays on them all the time. Look at Bice right up on him. There's Joyce right up. Here comes out. Out comes Hunt right up on the man. Watch the man fly out there. Fly out again.
Elishenko can't get it to go, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds. It'll come back inbounds to the running Rebs.
Watch the next time down, fans. That is outstanding defense the running Rebs are doing. Outstanding. Tough man-to-man. Quick.
And the UNLV Rebs this half are 7 of 12 shooting three-pointers. Here come the Soviets. Elishenko lead down low. Dineko
up to the three-pointer.
Dineko can't get it down. Elishenko now with 17 points. Hunt gets the ball out. Travis Bice searches inside as the Reds take a little time off the clock. It's down to 7:50.
A foul on the way down. It was fouled by
Our producer today for NBC Sports is Tommy Roy. Our director, Andy Rosenberg. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. NBC's Olympic Showcase.
There goes lunch pail, lunchbox. Got to knock another 13 pounds off, but you got the ability, Joyce.
Free throw shooting. That's about the only area that the running Rebs haven't stood out in. Christmas Day is the next NBA broadcast on NBC Sports, and two of the best, the defending world champion Pistons will go against Michael Jordan and the Bulls at Chicago Stadium. NBA basketball on Christmas Day here on NBC Sports.
MJ, maybe, possibly, inch for inch, pound for pound, the best player that's ever played. Maybe. I got to put against him, inch for inch, pound for pound, Oscar Robertson. The greatest player ever is simply Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
If I owned a car company, the first thing I'd do is snag the biggest office. But then, I'd build myself a sports sedan. The head designer would be me. I'd make the body aerodynamic, like even the door handles would be cool. Then, I'd manufacture it. With unibody construction, a fully independent suspension, and a dual overhead cam 16-valve engine. Then I'd test it. My sports sedan would be responsive. And I would definitely want anti-lock brakes. Finally, I'd unveil it. And just to cheese off the other car companies, I'd make my sports sedan affordable. Because I'm tired of the rich guys having all the fun.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Sentra, the first affordable sports sedan.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
Make a statement without saying a word.
When Acura asked if we would design a new tire for the extraordinary NSX, we responded very quickly. Yokohama, where Acura turned for ultra-high performance.
Don Criqui with Coach Al McGuire back at Nevada, Las Vegas, where the Soviet Union is getting blown out by a superpower college team. The running Rebels of Nevada, Las Vegas, the defending national champions. Now with 16 points is Gwendaris Vetra of the Soviet Union with that 2-point field goal. UNLV shooting out a three-pointer. Emmerich Gray is the man.
Don't like that shot selection.
Nazarevich leads the break, but always there are people back. Vetra goes to the basket and gets the roll. He is 18. This is the guy the Houston Rockets have a keen interest in. Travis Bice. Rebound down to Dyneko. Soviets still pushing up. Melashenko, but nothing's available at that three-point line. Nothing but running Reb to defend.
Away with a walk. Waldman hit him.
6:35 to play. Soviets head to the Carrier Dome next to go against the Orangemen of Syracuse. Coach Garastas going over what might have been.
Nazarevich is a good foul shooter. Happened to miss that one. He's 6'4". Against Texas, he went 13 for 13 on this tour.
Now, something you alluded to earlier, I think is very pertinent, and that is that they're playing American college rules, not international rules. It might not be this kind of a game.
Oh, no, it's international rules. This game would either be a 6-point spread, probably favoring UNLV. But the rules mean so much. You're hesitant when you're playing with someone else's rules. If you'll notice, as the clock gets near 30 seconds, the Soviet team starts throwing up Hail Mary shots. We're playing with a 45-second clock. You'll notice they step into the paint on foul shots, that they interfere with the ball over the rim. Those are all international things. And when we go over to Barcelona, Spain in '92, that's one of our problems. It's international rules.
Yeah, the Knicks had a lot of problems with that when they went over to the McDonald's Classic in Barcelona.
Oh, sure. They scratched out a win in OT, I think.
Anderson Hunt with that last 3-point strike has 19 points now for the running Rebs.
You know, the refs don't handle the ball, and and then you have the option of taking the foul shot or not taking the foul shot. It's like softball and baseball. It's two different worlds. And that's, again, one of the reasons all-star teams will not win in Barcelona, Spain. So please, if it's going to be the NBA, send an NBA team. If it's going to be the colleges, send a college team. Not a bunch of superstars. Not a bunch of egos going out there.
How about if you put a team, if you had Robinson from San Antonio, Barkley from the Sixers, Michael Jordan.
Stop.
Like
First
Kevin
of all,
Johnson.
what shoe you going to wear? Can you what basketball shoe you going to wear? They all belong to different companies.
Whatever they'd like.
No.
Let them play barefoot.
Yeah, but Converse owns the rights to the basketball shoe in the Olympics. I believe. I could be wrong.
There's a tangled web in this.
Oh, there's always a tangled web. Behind everything is a cash register in our lives. It's a shame to say that, but there always is a cash register playing.
Being as non-commercial as you and I are.
No, I'm commercial and so on, but I don't like stroking. I don't like just giving out buffalo chips all the time. You know, I see a lot of people behind closed doors. They swing sledgehammers. Once they come out in the open, they start playing church music, like in the Mormon Tabernacle. I mean, I like someone I know who's exactly the same every time I meet him. He's not one of those chameleons that change colors every time you bump into him.
Here comes H. Waldman down the floor. 5:40 to play. There's the Rhodes Scholar finalist, David Rice, in the game.
No starters in there for UNLV.
Tarkanian had a problem. He says it's depth on the team, but it gets a lot better when the two big men join the club in December.
1'7", a guy named Spencer, Clark Community College right here in Las Vegas. The other kid's name is Love.
The guy who does a lot of coaching with Tarkanian is his top assistant, Tim Gergerich. He's a very important part of this, as is Ron Ganul and his other assistant. Keith Stars, also an assistant, for what might again be the best college team in America. 4:50 to play. 99-71, UNLV. They led by 19 at the half, did the running Rebels.
Michigan State will give them all they want. That will be a white knuckler. That will be a photo game at Pontiac Stadium. I think it's around second week in December.
Coach Heathcote with a very definite contender again. Of course, he had a national champion in '79 with Magic.
And also Special K, Kelser.
Yeah, right, Kelser. On Thursday, the running Rebs brought some young people to their practice.
These are 500 third graders from the Clark County School District.
What?
Take them back down again there, Larry. This is put on by Binion's Running Rebels. They gave them hot dogs later and soda and pop and things like that. It's one of the charity things that UNLV does.
The Rebs now being a little bit kinder to their guests, taking some time off the clock. 4:19 to play. 99-71.
There's such a population boom out here in Las Vegas that Clark School District has to build 5 schools a year. There's over 4,000 people moving to this area every month.
Wow.
Yep.
A lot of jobs, a lot of construction jobs. And the Strip is headquarters. What's a convention center? They had a big computer convention here this week. The place was sold out with, I mean, the hotels are so big now, and every time you come, there's another one bigger going up. And for those who bet, Al, there's no limit on how much you can win. Isn't that right?
Hey,
you can win. You name the number. You can win that much.
You don't win. You don't win. You don't build buildings like this. Win is it? Everyone talks they win. You come out here to lose. Win.
Tonight, it's a fresh night of comedy on NBC, starting with The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on a special night. Then lift your spirits with the comedy of Amen. Then it's all new episodes of The Golden Girls and Empty Nest, followed by a double dose of Carol and Company, starring a terrific performer, Carol Burnett. Tonight, only on NBC. Carol Burnett has been great now for decades.
She's quick. She's pleasant. She seems to have a sensitivity that can take either human or a sad situation and make you comfortable with it.
Kind of a modern-day Lucy. .341 to go. We didn't see the one year I was doing USSR boxing here in Vegas, and all the Soviet fighters did when they weren't eating or training was stand around and watch people play slots.
Yes.
Our guests are arriving. When will you be here?
Almost finished.
Okay, but hurry.
That'll do it. Got the report done for the office.
The Tandy 1000 TL2, powerful enough for business, affordable and easy enough for the whole family. Specially priced for Christmas, save $200. Only at Radio Shack, America's technology store. Nobody compares for Christmas shopping.
They say drink plenty of fluids. Swallowing's total pain.
To stop sore throat pain fast, Advanced Formula Chloraseptic has the power of phenol. It penetrates nerve endings to work on contact, so it gives the fastest relief. And nothing lasts longer. Advanced Formula Chloraseptic works fastest, and nothing lasts longer. For fast relief when you're away from your spray, also try great-tasting Chloraseptic lozenges.
If I could afford a sports sedan, the road would belong to me. Bob, I'd have one of those multi-valve engines, independent suspension, and of course, a spoiler on the back. Yeah, if I could afford a sports sedan, life would be a cruise.
Oh, it's you, Bob.
Introducing the new Nissan Sentra SER, because rich guys shouldn't have all the fun.
This Olympic showcase is brought to you by the all-new Nissan Sentra, the first affordable sports sedan. And by Yokohama Tire Corporation, one of the fastest-growing tire companies in the United States.
With Coach Al McGuire, this is Don Crickey back at Thomas & Mack Center on the campus of Nevada, Las Vegas, where the defending national champions of college basketball, the running Rebels of UNLV, looking to go into the regular season now with a head of steam as they have been in the lead from the outset. Extended their margin to 19 at the half, have built it up to 30 at times in the second half, totally dominating the Soviet Union's national team. 99-71 is the count with 3.5 minutes to go.
I remember in '77 I was in the NCAA finals with them at the Omni. We happened to be fortunate enough to win. Then 10 years later, he came back to the Final Four, and they lost. I remember speaking to his wife that night, Lois. She says, we don't have another 10 years. But 2 years later, they end up winning it all.
You were pointing out, Al, you think this could be the best team ever when...
Oh, no, if O'Bannon would have stayed, Todd had stayed, these two junior college kids coming in. Don't forget, they got the center on the bench now on a one-game suspension with Ackles. These are the top 3 teams in the country ever in my lifetime. Modern-day basketball. Number 1 was Lou Alcindor, Kareem, in his junior year. Then there was San Francisco with Bill Russell, the great Bill Russell, with Casey Jones. And then Bobby Knight. That was the last undefeated team in college basketball. Bobby Knight thought his team the year before that was better, but that club there went undefeated. They won the national championship in 1976.
That was Scott May and Quinn Buckner. The whole team was an all-star team. That's tremendous. Travis Bice. Coach Knight hasn't lost his winning touch either, has he? Keeps it going year after year.
As long as he's there, it'll keep going. Everything changes but Bobby Knight. You come, you adjust to the system. Damon Bailey, the great guard, and Anderson's. The only thing this year, they are soft down in the paint. They don't really have a true center. But Bobby Knight usually uses his centers for picking up and down.
Tomorrow, start the day at 12:30 Eastern Time with NFL Live on NBC as O.J. Simpson visits with one of today's top football minds, the Chargers general manager Bobby Beathard. And then the Chiefs will host the resurgent Chargers in a top game at 1 Eastern. Houston with Cleveland, New England at Buffalo, a 4 o'clock game, the Jets at Indianapolis. Check your local listings as the basket is waved off.
No basket. Joyce put his hand inside the rim. American game, you can't put your hand inside the cylinder. See him inside the cylinder? That's a no-no. Got your hand caught in the cookie jar.
Melashenko pulls up. Rebound comes down to Chris Jeter. Waldman driving. There is Joyce. Long pass to Melashenko, who gets the only easy shot today, I think, Al, for the Soviet Union. Only time they weren't contested.
That was their only chippy. But now you got the tail enders in there for UNLV. They're tired. They're not in shape. They never thought they'd play this long. But the game's a blowout. You never know when your moment comes, son. I don't care if you're playing for Blessed Sacrament or Lady Perpetual Help in the 6th grade or the Jewish Y or wherever. Your moment will come. Life isn't fair. Life is equal. We all get the same amount of pops. So be ready when that opportunity comes to do your thing.
Well, the Rebs did their thing today.
Earlier, yes.
I mean, they beat the Soviet team by a far more dominant margin, certainly surpassing them in every area of basketball, more so than any of the other teams they played so far did.
Yeah, this was a no contest. It's a grand slam. That means that Jerry's just won his 4th straight game against the national Soviet team.
1:48 to go. Nazarevich gets one off the glass. 101-79. Nazarevich with 11. Larry Johnson has been on the bench for a long time. His job well done. Led all scorers today with 38 points. 29 in the first half. Bucks is 1 for 6 on the threes. On his last 6 attempts, they want him to heat it up, though.
He's not following through right. He's pulling his wrist back.
Igor Pinchuk, who's primarily a defender and a rebounder, shows that he's not a shooter. As we tick down to 1:05 to go.
And everybody's hoping there's no fouls and want to get out of here. Oh, they do. The game's over. Just up and down. It's really now solo time. What we call on the playground's garbage time.
Everybody gets some at this point. Darneko gets a free throw.
Jeter bent in there. If he kept his hand straight that time, he wouldn't have fouled.
I think one of the most remarkable things watching the Soviets, I mean, they have been at times slugged and pushed inside and haven't gotten a call. They never complain. They never even look at an official.
No, they never say a word. Normally, when I coach, I think the same with me. My ball players never say anything to anybody. I was the one that gave the carnival atmosphere. I was the lug, the bum, the thoroughly obnoxious, arrogant person.
And did it very well.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Of course I have it, but that's your job. A player's job is go on the basketball court, do his thing. Let the coach do the coaching, let the ref do the reffing.
The great ones keep their mouth shut and play, right? Dan Rice gets it.
Happy birthday, Dan. Talk is saying no foul.
And with Rice now with 5 points. They get Nazarevich on a double dribble.
Nazarevich has ability, not on the pro level, but close to it. He'd be in this country what you call a CBA. Continental Basketball Association.
Well, the Soviets will fall to 2-5 on this tour. Their only victories over Purdue and Texas, and they lost 4 close games. Today they were blown out. And that is it. As Larry Johnson has a lot to smile about his 38-point performance for Coach Tarkanian. Key to 109-80 victory. We'll be back to Nevada, Las Vegas.
If I could afford a sports sedan, the road would belong to me. Bob, I'd have one of those multi-valve engines, independent suspension, and of course, a spoiler on the back. Yeah, if I could afford a sports sedan, life would be a cruise.
Oh, it's you, Bob. Introducing the new Nissan Sentra SER, because rich guys shouldn't have all the fun.
To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer Soloflex. 24 old-fashioned iron pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance. All on a simple machine that fits in the corner of your home. For a free brochure, call anytime.
So with the final score, UNLV 109, the Soviet Union 80. Tomorrow, start your day at 12:30 Eastern Time with NFL Live as O.J. Simpson visits with Bobby Beathard. Then it's game time when the suddenly electrifying Chargers go to Kansas City. Other regional action, check your local listings for the game and time in your area. Now for Coach Al McGuire, this is Scott Cricky. Glad you could be with us at UNLV.
The preceding has been a presentation of NBC Sports.
Tonight, a special Saturday when the Golden Girls meet special guests Lyle Wagner and Sonny Bono. No autographs.
No problem.
Then, on Empty Nest, what's going on between Barbara's boyfriend and Harry?
That you, Sweet Cheeks?
And what's better than a half hour of Carol Burnett?
1 hour.
One full hour of Carol and Company, all on NBC Special Saturday tonight.
Shark fans, you could be on your way to the Super Bowl. Just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Shark Fins, and you'll receive a free registration form. This trip is sponsored by the Shark Fins that you see all over town, on car aerials, on bicycles, on the top of cars, almost everywhere. Shark Fins even have one side for you to customize. Support our national champions. Order a Shark Fin today for only $9.95 or 3 for only $19.95. We guarantee delivery in 72 hours, so call 877-FINS. That's 877-FINS. Call now.
If power and performance are what you want, there's no better gasoline at any price than Arco Super Unleaded. With its higher octane